So my talk is usually quite different than most people here because I'm not going to talk specifically necessarily only about Android, but around topics that you can utilize on Android. So let's get started. We're going to have some fun. I like to get people up here to do stuff too, so bear with me. So who am I? I'm going to have to plug the company who let me come here with pay and all that. So I work for a company called Quasar, and we do documentaries and stuff streaming online, sort of like Netflix without all the fake content or the or fictional content. We are also hiring in Berlin, so if you don't like Krakow so much, come to Berlin. On my free time, I do hardware stuff, so that's why I'm here doing that. You can find me at the usual locations. So what are we here to do? We're here to have fun, I hope. I'm here in Krakow to see Krakow again, and again to have fun. But what do sensors have to do with Android? And this is a very good question we're going to get to, because a lot what we mainly do in our world, not really sensor-based. Unless you're a gamer. Any game developers here? Wow, I'm surprised. Okay. What do sensors have to do with networking? Again, we'll get into this topic again. How do network sensors in general? Okay, there's multiple ways to do this. We'll get to this. Bear with me. All right, so we're going to also play with Android. We're going to do some Java, because that's what we usually do Android in, for the most part, unless you're working Kotlin. And I'm going to get up here. I'm going to get a few of you up here, and we're going to make some music today with sensors. Okay? You all musicians, I hope. First, a little video. I don't know if you know, they released this Amazon Go, but I sort of have a sarcastic personality, so watch it. It's a bit humorous, so don't take it at face value. I hope this works with the...
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store, so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Sorry, I apologize. That's actually not the funny version. I apologize. There is a really good parody, the same thing, but just they stick it down their pants. So you can sort of think, you're right, you get it right, you have to go, so you stick it down your pants. Okay, good. All right, let me go back. Okay, so what are sensors? We picked up data. Usually they interrupt something, and we pick up a signal of some kind. This is sensors. You can have multiple types of sensors. We're clear on what a sensor is, yes? Okay, awesome. Does anyone know what a wireless sensor network is? The video sort of hinted to this. So the idea is to rig up these sensors and get information back. We can network these, and they can node hop. So this is what we're after, because like at the store, you can rig up these sensors. I can pick my item. then the cash register knows about it. But the only way it's going to know about every single thing is if we network these. So this is what we're all about today. There's different kind of topologies. Has anyone heard of any of these? Yeah? Okay, awesome. Actually, no? You've used the internet, right? No, okay, yeah, of course he hasn't. I know he hasn't, in fact, because he's a droid programmer, so they don't use the internet or something. So we have the star, we have the cluster, and we have the mesh. Our internet actually works on a mesh sort of system. We node hop from place to place. If a node dies, we go to a different route. It's basically mesh. Remember this, because I have prizes and there's a quiz later. Okay, so to build these wireless sensor networks, we have what's called a mode or a node. And this will tie into the phone really nicely very shortly. But these consist of a microcontroller, sometimes Arduino, whatever microcontroller. There's many of them. Tie a sensor to it, have a networking protocol, we can network them, depending how you want to do this. Not everything's meshable. Bluetooth actually is not meshable. These coordinate with a thing called a gateway or a sink. And this gets it out to the outside world. So you can think about you have these little clusters. We send this information to the gateway goes out, okay? Sort of like your network gateway. Quiz time. Who remembered the chart? Who wants a t-shirt or a book? Can anyone name all three?
A star, C mesh, and B is
The other one.
disaster.
Okay, we got one in the back here.
Tree structure.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Do we have enough to give 2 prizes? Oh, yes, we do.
Yes, sure.
All right. Awesome. Thanks. So why Android? That's why we're here, right? It's droidcon. If you take out your phone, I see a few with phones in their hands. That is a mode right there. You have sensors, you have a microcontroller, you have everything to network. This is my point. And this is why we're here, to have fun with the Android. So Android is a mode. Types of sensors on an Android. Actually, many people don't know there's actually tons and tons of sensors on your Android, but some are not housed in your actual phone. Anyone played around with the emulator? Does anyone know that the emulator actually has a humidity control on it? No? Oh, come on. Okay, I'll show you this in a sec. So we have different types of sensors. We have position, we have motion, like accelerometer, which we'll be playing later when we play some music. So we'll be playing with the accelerometer. And we have environmental sensors, like humidity, light, pH levels, this kind of thing, all measures the environment. Again, a lot of these are not on your actual phone. You would have to port it to some kind of microcontroller or some kind of embedded system, which they're actually really starting to do right now. Anyone know anything about Bluetooth? What's a downfall of Bluetooth? Thank you. So range is a really, really bad thing in Bluetooth. It's great for short connections, if you have headphones, this kind of thing. But if you need to network something, it's not very good. So I decided to go with Wi-Fi with my little, started looking at this P2P library. I've never actually used it before I started this, because I usually work with radio RF, which is these devices here. But it basically works. You create a peer-to-peer connection, and then once you make that connection, you can send whatever data over. So it's very simple. You create an object, you connect these things, and then you can open a buffer, for example, and send data. You can send whatever you like, a picture, communications. You could probably even create your own little chat, which actually somebody did for emergency services. If there's I forgot the name of the application, but if you go, they use it now in disaster relief. So instead of having a network, you can actually use this and communicate without having any sort of infrastructure. You create your own ad hoc network, which is really, really cool. I'm really excited by it. That's weird. Oh, it's a little bit backwards here. Anyways, So we get a connection, and then, like I said, after the connection, we can do whatever we want. We can open up the socket, and we can, of course, send anything across the socket, like typical communications. To get sensor data is actually quite straightforward. We make a call to this service, the system service, and then we get the sensor, whatever sensor we want. Again, you have to make sure you check that your device that you're actually getting the thing from actually supports the sensor. Otherwise, you're just not going to get anything, and I think it might even die on you. So after that, we get a call back, and we have this sense change. Because, of course, when you receive something from the sensor, it keeps on changing. So you need to do something with that. So it has a callback here. So that's very simple. It's actually very simple. You make a connection, make a socket, send something over. It's actually only 3 or 4 steps. It's actually very, very simple to make your little phone into something really powerful. There are other technologies, as I said. One is LoRa, which is long range. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of LoRa. No? It's great for super long range, like over 1 kilometer. It's fantastic. Wireless HART, I've never worked with. Wi-Fi, of course, we've all heard of, like the internet. And Bluetooth Light Edition, or Bluetooth Light. I'm not going to go into algorithms. I was going to talk about packet switching, but I thought it would bore you even more than maybe I am already. So, so maybe we won't do that. Okay, so there are really cool tools that are not Android. One is, I don't know if anyone's heard of like Zephyr OS. No? Oh, you guys really are Android developers, aren't you? Oh, boy. Okay. Anyone heard of Katiki? I'm very disappointed. Katiki comes with a really cool simulator. I can actually show you that if I don't break anything. So I'll get that loaded up for you. So Katiki is just a nice little light OS that you can actually put on certain hardware, and you can run it as like an Android. So I'm not going to say don't do Android. This is an Android conference after all. But it is a really light thing, and also has a simulator, which is really kind of cool. So it looks like this, and it's called Kuja. I'm not going to go into the details because, again, it's all about packet switching and algorithms and fun stuff. But you can start simulating your packets roaming around. So we'll go back to the presentation. That one. Awesome. Okay. I like to get people involved. So should we start with the Android stuff or the non-Android stuff? Android? Okay, awesome. All right, so we're going to make some music today. We're going to call it the droidcon Kraków Overture. So what I need about 4 people and a conductor with androids with at least maybe 21 SDK on it. I have 2 devices that already meet that criteria, so there's no excuse. So I need 4 people and a conductor. Awesome, come on up. Awesome, come on up. Any others? Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got 4. We need a conductor. Who's really good at conducting orchestras here? No? Okay, so what I need is each device, and I'm going to get you the software that you need. A little instruction. So to go down, you're going to play a tone. To go up, you're going to play a tone. To go right, you're going to play bells, like sleigh bells, jingle bells, this kind of thing. To turn it all off, you go left. Got that all?
Right, left, turn off. What about singing?
You can sing if you like. You really can sing if you like, okay? Okay, first phone.
Here we go.
I'll exchange you. I was thinking of releasing the app, but I thought that was a little bit much.
The other way.
not see it.
Not seeing your device. Do you have developer mode?
Should have.
Okay, next.
You better turn on developer mode.
I just had it turned off.
Oh,
Hang on.
okay.
You should see it now.
Yep.
There we go.
So you go to developer options, right? You scroll down, type 5 times.
Don't shake it too much, or you're going to be making too much noise.
You need this cable, I think, because it's USB-C thing. Yeah, this cable.
Oh, yeah.
That's yours, probably.
Is that me?
Yeah. Turn
Oh,
left,
yeah.
right, or left, right?
Left to turn it off. It's very sensitive.
You have to keep it left.
Oh.
You have to be turning left all the time, maybe. All the time. Okay. Yeah, I have to unlock, sorry. No, and okay. Ready to go. Okay, bell was to the right, right? Bells, right?
Bells are right. So that'll be the grand finale. Since it's Christmas.
Shit, but maybe I'm still connected. I need to Bluetooth, I guess. Bluetooth, no.
That should be Wi-Fi, right? Who's that?
Okay, that's me.
Okay.
What? Sorry.
I'm getting it here.
Okay, we're already making music. This is
What's
great. Type C?
Oh, I have to turn it on here, right, as well? Yes. Okay.
Oh, I like the heroes and
Seems to work. That's something, right? Louder and bring us to it.
Awesome. Is it working?
What's the name of the app? Sensor.
Sensor network.
Text message.
Awesome. All right, so we have 4 gentlemen up here. We need still a conductor. Who wants to be the conductor? Awesome. Okay, off, guys, off. All right, so you have to decide on the song. You have to tell them which direction. And the final somebody has to choose to be the final ringer. Okay, who wants to be the final ringer? You got it all sorted? It's right to go ring. Make sure to turn up the volumes. Ready?
So I will just wave hands and...
Do whatever you want. You could be Mickey Mouse for all I care.